Hello, my name is David Wolowidnyk, and thank you for joining us on the BC Liquor Store YouTube channel. I'm a spirit educator, an award-winning bartender, and the resident cocktail stylist of Taste Magazine. Now, this holiday season in 2020 is proving to be a bit challenging. I'd love to go hang out with all of my friends. However, keeping a tight social circle is the responsible thing to do. So instead, I've come up with a creative, perfect gift. I'm going to gift a cocktail. The idea is I can batch a cocktail, drop it off at a friend's house, make my way back home, and we can connect over Zoom or FaceTime, sipping on the same cocktail and still having that hangout in a virtual sense. Pick up the holiday issue of Taste Magazine, and in it, you'll find an article I've written on a few basic tips when batching a cocktail. There's also 2 contemporary recipes and 1 classic recipe, each designed to perfectly fit into a 750 ml bottle. This one I'm about to show you is called the Baked Apple, inspired by one of my favorite holiday treats. We've even gone so far as to get a nice little neck tag. Got these at a craft store, wrote the word baked apple on the front, and I plan on writing the recipe on the back so my friends know exactly what's in it. In addition to that, I'm also going to drop off to them some garnishes. I got some dried apple in there and some star anise pods. It's a nice little touch to give them the cocktail and the garnish at the same time. The best part is I can have a cocktail out of here and put the rest in the refrigerator for another day. It'll last throughout the holiday season. So this baked apple recipe is super simple. It involves some Buffalo Trace bourbon, some lemon juice, a good quality apple juice, and some spiced maple. The equipment is also pretty simple. Any sort of a vessel to mix it in. I recommend whatever you use has some sort of a pouring spout. It makes it easier to pour it into a funnel into the prepared bottle. Some sort of a heat-proof jar, so like a canning jar of any sort. A small measure, a large measure, a funnel, a spoon to mix it with, and perhaps a fine strainer. First off, let's start out with the maple. The spiced maple syrup. 100 milliliters of this, which equates to about 3.4, almost 3.5 fluid ounces. There we go. And that's the measure there. And I've picked up some baking spice. This one is an apple pie spice. It's already mixed. It's got clove and cinnamon and nutmeg, allspice, all sorts of lovely things. And to the jar, I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm doing this part first because I can swirl it around here, and I'm going to pop it into the microwave. Depending on the power of your microwave, anywhere between 30 to 60 seconds. Mine's a pretty powerful one, so 30 seconds will do. While that's going, I'll start measuring out my other ingredients. Because the lemon juice is a similar proportion, 100 milliliters, 3.4, almost 3.5 ounces, I'm going to measure that first. And by doing so, I'm washing out the remaining maple syrup from that small measure. Next up, my apple juice. Because this is a slightly larger amount, I'm going to make it easy on myself and just pour it into a measuring cup. This one, 350 milliliters. The perfect amount left in this bottle. 350 milliliters is 11.8 ounces, almost 12 ounces. There we go. The apple juice is in. The lemon juice is in. And the spiced maple, it's warm, but not hot. The heat will help for those spices to infuse into the maple. And to that, I can pour it right in there. Now here's a little tip too. You could even take some of that juice mix, pour it right into your jar again to rinse out the remaining maple syrup. Now it's time for the bourbon. The bourbon is going to be 6.75 ounces, which is 200 mils. So for this, I'm going to use my large measuring device again. Now you may be wondering, how much in the way of alcohol is going to be in each cocktail? Well, this is designed to be 5 cocktails in this bottle. So that breaks down to being 1.35 fluid ounces of bourbon, or 40 milliliters per cocktail. So that 200 milliliters of bourbon goes straight in there. Make sure it all goes, perfect. Now let's give that a stir. Now at this point, I would recommend that you give it a taste and adjust it to your likeness. If you want a little bit more tart, add a little more lemon juice, a little more sweet, a little more maple. I've made this a few times, and I know I like the balance just the way it is. The fine strainer. If you wish, you could pour this through the fine strainer to catch the majority of those spices. Most of the flavors already come out of them. See already, it's slowed down that strainer just a little bit. Perfect. Excellent. And there you have it. That's the perfect amount to fit into a 750 ml bottle. I've made this one up earlier and I've pre-chilled it. The idea for service is going to be to fill this glass with ice, measuring out 3.5 ounces. Did I say 3.5 ounces? I'm sorry, I meant 5 ounces. The 5-ounce portion is going to be 1.35 fluid ounces of alcohol per drink, which will give you 5 portions of that cocktail in one bottle. And as I said, the best part is I can put that back in the fridge and it's good for the whole holiday season. Garnishing it, I'm going to take out a piece of dried apple, put that right on top. Maybe a little star anise. And there you have it. It's a beautiful holiday cocktail for 2020. And you can still have that virtual hangout with your friends. If you like this video and want to see more, hit the subscribe button to see more of what we have on the BC Liquor Store YouTube channel. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you again soon.